Okay, hello everyone. This is Tato Hui here. Again, it's me again. Okay, today we will talk about getting involved from hidden time to central life purpose. Okay, here is previous. We have several questions to ask you guys. Okay, first. How did you get involved in your current leisure behavior? Who or what was responsible for your playing video games, loving to go mountain biking, or reading for pleasure? And in this chapter, we will examine not only how people get involved in leisure activity, but also what prevents them from participating. How their participating in a given leisure behavior changes over time, and even why their cycle of involvement comes to an end. Okay, here are the content of this chapter. Okay, first we will talk about the constraint to participation. And second, we will talk about getting involved. And third, we will discuss the continuity, growth, and change. And four, we will talk about goal leisure, okay? And five, we will talk about why people stop doing leisure activity, aka ceasing participation, okay? Now let's move on the first constraint to participation. Well, all of us are constrained from using leisure by a number of factors. You have your factor, I have my factor, but normally you might want to play a computer game all the time, but you feel obligated to come to the class as for today. Okay, and second, all of us are subject to constraints and limitations. Okay, but basically there are three types of constraints to leisure behavior. The first one we call is structural constraint, and second is interpersonal constraint, and the third is interpersonal constraint. Okay. So we will talk about these three constraints in detail, okay? First of all, structural constraints. Well, a person at time may have a desire to undertake some leisure experience. For example, he or she may want to go hiking, but the constraint comes when under heavy rain, okay? Okay, that's called structural constraint. And many structural constraints, such as lack of time, often indicate that the individual didn't want or need to participate enough to give up some other activity to do so. Okay, for example, you may say, I don't have enough time to go to the Museum of Art. Even I still have enough time to watch TV several hours each day. Okay. And the second is in such case, such as this, the individual may simply have decided that the cost of participating overweigh the benefit, so they decide not to participate in such activity. The second one is in interpersonal constraint. Okay. It's like individual psychological barriers. We may want to go for a hike but feel too depressed to go out of the house. And we may want to write a poem, but I feel well, we just don't have the skill or inspiration. And third, maybe stress, anxiety, religious belief, attitude of our friend, and whether or not we believe the activity is appropriate for us, all determine if an interpersonal constraint exists, which makes our involvement unlikely. Okay, that's interpersonal constraint. So, for example, some type of activities may be considered as for male, but not appropriate for females. For example, car racing, boxing, and some appropriate for females, such as ballet. This has produced very different interpersonal constraints to participation between female and males. Okay, the third one is interpersonal constraint. Will such a constraint involve interaction with other people or relation between individuals? You might want to play badminton but can't find anyone to play with. Or perhaps you would like to start a cooking club but no one else is interested. Okay? So since many leisure activities involve other people, they are less interpersonal constraint. Many scientists develop some measurement to test whether they which type of constraint prevents people join or participating in specific leisure activity. For example, interpersonal. Okay, it says, I am too shy to start a new leisure activity. I am more likely to do a new leisure activity that my family would think is all right. Okay. Well, I am unlikely to do a leisure activity that makes me feel uncomfortable. Or I am more likely to do a new leisure activity that my friends thought was right. Is influenced by your friend. Okay. I am more likely to do a new leisure activity that is in keeping with my religious belief. Okay. Maybe some religious belief, prevent them from engaging in some sort of activities. Okay, the next is I am more likely to do a new leisure activity that doesn't make me feel self-conscious. Okay, that's a personal issue. And the last one is I am more likely to do a new leisure activity that doesn't require a lot of skill. Okay, maybe this type of activity involve skill. So people may feel they are afraid that they are not capable of doing it, such as boxing. Okay. The second category is interpersonal leisure constraint. For example, the first one is the people I know live too far away to start a new leisure activity with me. And the second one is the people I know usually don't have time to start a new leisure activity with me. The third one is the people I know usually don't have enough money to begin a new leisure activity with me. Okay, some leisure does spend a lot of money, like if you go and watch MLB, okay, expensive. Okay, the fourth one, the people I know usually have too many family obligations to start a new leisure activity with me. And the fifth, the people I know usually don't have enough skill to start a new leisure activity with me. Okay. And the last one is other people I know don't have the transportation to get to a new leisure activity with me. Okay. And the third category is structure. Okay, the first one is I'm more likely to do a new leisure activity if the facility I need to do the activity are not crowded. Okay. Second one is I'm unlikely to do a new leisure activity if I have other commitment. The third one is I'm more likely to do a new leisure activity if I have transportation. And the fourth one is I am more likely to do a new leisure activity if I know what is available. And the next one is I am unlikely to do a new leisure activity if the facility I need to do the activity are not convenient. Okay. The next one is I'm unlikely to do a new leisure activity if I don't have the time. That's the common excuse. And the last one is I am more likely to do a new leisure activity if I have the money. Okay. So these are the three types of constraint. Okay. So we need to overcome the three type of constraint so then people may participate a leisure activity. Okay. Well, but you know, those constraints must be overcome in a sequence of order. Okay. First, the intrapersonal constraint must be overcome. Okay. Second, the interpersonal constraint may become a consideration. For example, if the individuals think it is appropriate to participate, then the issue of finding others who's going to participate become an issue. Okay. The third one is then the structure constraint need to be overcome. Okay. For example, if you want to ski in Taiwan, here in Taiwan, it's rarely that you can do that. But if you really desperate to ski, then in winter you probably spend money, go to Korea and go to Japan or even Canada or United States or Europe to do such kind of things. Okay, these are the three types of constraints. But especially during this period, the pandemic period, actually, I would like to introduce you guys a new constraint that is called the pandemic constraint. Because of the pandemic, some scientists found the constraint or you know the like gym or like sport field are closed. So even you want to go there and do some exercise, you are forbidden. Or some theme park or some theater, according to the pandemic regulation, the facility closed. So the scientists found a new constraint. It's called pandemic constraint. This is a new idea. We never suffered from such a global pandemic. Okay. So today we talk about the leisure constraint. Okay, that forbid people to engage in specific type of leisure activity. Okay, basically we have three scientists categorize the leisure constraint as three types. But during the pandemic, we also ate the pandemic constraint. Okay, this is the topic today, and later we will talk about more about this issue later. And thank you.